Whoa. Looks like the battle here was intense.
The Master Diviner must have launched the campaign while we were delayed in the Artisanship Commission.
Time is of the essence. The most important task for the Xianzhou Luofu is suppressing the Stellaron. General Jing Yuan tasked the Master Diviner with commanding the Cloud Knights. He would have known she'd act on the results of her divination.
Thank goodness the General didn't make us go with the Knights. Fighting is totally different from adventuring. All these people, it's tough to bear.
I'm afraid this is nothing, Benefactor. Centuries ago, an Emanator of Abundance besieged the Luofu with the aim of taking the Ambrosial Arbor. They destroyed half our delves and killed most of the Cloud Knights. For long-life species, such events are more like yesterday's memories than ancient history. This awful spectacle is child's play in comparison.
Hey, is that supposed to make us feel better?
It's hard to tell if the Master Diviner won or lost here.
Hey, whose side are you on? I can't see many Cloud Knights. The Xianzhou must have fought well.
Not necessarily. There'd usually be a base with supporting forces set up after a successful engagement, but we don't see any of that. Let's look around and see if we can find some clues.
Here! There are still survivors here!
You're not the Knights. What is your purpose here? It's dangerous.
We're reinforcements sent by the General. Where's everyone else?
Resorting to short-lived species as reinforcements. Jing Yuan is truly running out of options.
Run! She's a disciple of Sanctus Medicus!
Silence. If my healing worked, you'll become one of us. And then it's not just me they'll be running from.
Hurry! Leave here! I can't control myself anymore!
You chose the wrong enemy.
No manners.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless.
Who invited you? Who will it be?
There's always a weakness.
I'll see you. Here is thunder. Receive divinity.
Saving me won't
This
earn
battle
you
is
any favors.
unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless.
No manners. Huh?
The lives of short-lived species are so fleetingly brief. Why seek death?
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Eternal sleep. The dead return! Show no mercy.
Scared yet?
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Here is thunder.
This battle is unavoidable.
You chose the wrong enemy. Bloom.
Saving me won't earn you any favors.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
You'll pay for this. Troublesome.
I'll see you all.
Receive divinity.
Saving me won't earn you any favor. Who will it be?
Why did you come to the Xianzhou? To seek immortality? You don't have to appease Jingyuan. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus can provide all that you desire.
Lend me your strength.
Follow my
We
charge.
enter the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Scared yet?
Nothing major.
Lend me your strength.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Hold on. We'll find someone to help.
Don't waste your time. They've converted me. I don't have much longer. Go! The Master Diviner's troops are ahead.
Let's go.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless.
The dead
Return!
repay.
Who will it be? Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Lend me your strength.
Here is thunder.
To guard and defend. Crush them. Lend me your strength.
Show no mercy. Is that it? Dead return!
Who will it be?
Lend me your strength.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Conflict is pitiless. Here is thunder.
Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless.
Lend me your strength.
Show no mercy.
The dead
Return!
receive divinity. Repay.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Here is thunder.
Troublesome. three. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Who goes there? Show yourselves! Wait, it's you. Quickly, in here. It's dangerous outside.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesized your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstances. Yes, the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. The troops are anxious. It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns.
That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Xianzhou, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a danger. We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the plagues off. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match. And after a while, our comrade... Curse it. What Sanctus Medicus sorcery did they use on us? The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human, lost the abomination sleeping in our immortal blood, and violated the Rainbow's admonishments. What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did are despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests. I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
The Master Diviner has gone ahead with the...
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I must be present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring. That shining seed? I've seen it. So beautiful. If you gaze into it, there's a voice inside that speaks to you.
you still remember Cocolia?
The Master said we could inject new life into the ambrosial arbor with it. I didn't believe it at first. We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species, yet the arbor showed no signs of resurrection. But look upon it now. Only the power of an eon can recreate the miracle. Yes, yes, the mighty Sanctus Medicus, the abundance. So, you witnessed it too? The ambrosial arbor's resurrection. Magnificent. In the Befall era, so far in the past that even long-life species cannot recall, Sanctus Medicus the Abundance gifted the ambrosial arbor to the Xianzhou Luofu. With that sacred tree, humanity realized many miracles. The fallow earth, the western soapberry, the altered flesh. But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right and wrong and erased Sanctus Medicus's achievements. But soon we will return to the glory of the Befall era. You've seen the fantastic creatures that fought with us. They are only minor gifts of the ambrosial arbor.
Shut it, rambling rodent. The Cloud Knights will root all of you out soon.
What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
You scum! If the Order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Oh, you don't understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Bah! It's a second life gifted by Sanctus Medicus. To eliminate the self, to achieve transcendence, a life of true freedom. I see a desire for power.
Don't listen.
We're just having fun, sir.
Master Diviner, you're back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now. Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult? Sharp as always.
I knew we'd spent too long around the Master Diviner. Now we're predicting the future. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting. So there.
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
We're not?
Jingyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me. After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it, the more they longed for. Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one could know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you. Indeed, this demonic vapor is a weapon targeted against the Cloud Knights. The ambrosial arbor is taboo for the Luofu, and the Xianzhou alliance has always been fiercely independent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the General would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality, one step at a time. I do not wish to be their puppet either. In any case, we do not walk alone and unhindered on our paths. Our choices define us and influence others. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
Huh. I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering. Wait, Miss Tingyun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The General commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military orders.
You're...
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Net markers activate. Time for good old counterattack. Lend me your strength.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Lend me your strength.
Stand down. The galaxy is vast beyond compare. There it is.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Net markers activate. Time for good old counterattack. Lend me your strength.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
The dead return!
Lend me your strength.
The combat report will be ready soon.
Who goes there? For the divine. What was there? A no choice.
Stay.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Lend me your strength. Net markers activate. Time for good old counterattack.
Receive divinity. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Lend me your strength. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Stand down.
The dead return!
Lend me your strength.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Ready for another? Net markers activate. Time for good old counterattack. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
Wait! We still have... Seems like the smoke is getting thinner. Turn it off! Yay! We did it! Can't see the smoke anymore.
Excellent. I'll lead my troops to the rendezvous.
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Don Shu. It's you.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Lafu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the Ambrosial Arbor first descended. Nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
Let's begin. I'll see you off.
We have the upper hand. Thanks for the support.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Leave it to me. Stand down.
Enemy data set net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. There's always a weakness.
Time for some
We've
hardship.
entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
I'm fine.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. There's always a...
Merciful Medicus, hear my call.
You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Enemy data signet markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack. Enemy targets detected.
Timely treatment.
Repay!
Lend me your strength.
Let's begin.
I'll see you off.
Commencing support.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Enemy data signet markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
You'll pay for this. There's... We've
Leave it to
entered
me.
the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
You chose the wrong enemy. Receive divinity.
Thanks for the support.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return!
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Let's begin.
Entangle to my heart's content.
Commencing support. Enemy data signet markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
Leave it.
Why? The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that. Pantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly? I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance.
Surely you understand the lesson of destruction. Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager.
Take this.
Single purpose. Set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou.
Mr. You! You're the Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be?
Keep calm, all of you. This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together. Lend me your strength.
Let's begin.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Enemy targets detected.
Eternal
The dead return!
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Leave it to me. You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Commencing support. Ready for another? You'll pay for this.
Nothing major.
Receive divinity.
Repay. Let's begin.
Lend me your strength. Enemy data sync net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Leave it to me.
The dead return!
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
You are fortunate that Zethro and Selenova never set their gaze upon the Cienjo. They have no qualms about dealing out destruction by their own hand. But since that stubborn general of yours has forced me to take center stage, I'll make sure I steal the show. My apologies for leaving so soon. Though I have an appointment to keep. I'm sure my friends here will be happy to entertain.
You'll pay for this. Enemy targets detected. There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Leave it to me. You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I'll see you all.
Commencing support. Lend me your strength. Enemy targets detected. Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. This battle is unavoidable.
Receive divinity.
Thanks for the support.
Eternal the dead return!
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Let's begin.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting Yun was a member of the antimatter? And what was that fire that came out of her? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
You're saying that the real Tingyun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Tingyun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Tingyun, it does raise the question of why Phantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Tingyun's remains behind as a display of power? I believe this to be Phantilia's goal: to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen, planting a Stellaron in the Luofu, all part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Phantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her. We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste. That imposter had the audacity to kick. What worries me more